Hey guys, what is up? My name is the Bomb93. Today we're going to talk a little bit about E3. I've got a special guest with me.
Hello. It's I, Bobby.
Yeah, my former teammate in RKO, now a member of the Big Crew in Splatoon. I
Don't ask.
yeah, it's a long story. Let's just put it that way. Um, why don't we just get right into it? Let's talk. You know, presenters. I know there aren't a whole lot of presenters this year. Sony backed out, and they were kind of one of the huge ones to look out for. But let's start off with: is there going to be any huge announcements from studios that really don't have a show floor time? Like I'm talking about the Segas, the like a whole lot of the budget
Retro.
studio, yeah, retro studio. Well, a whole lot of the studios that don't have a actual designated spot in the show. The only thing I
Um,
can think of is maybe Sega announces another Sonic game during somebody's press conference, which honestly would be rather disappointing considering how much Forces was a disappointment. But I know you don't like Sega all that. I know you don't like Sonic all that much, Bobby. But I'm just
uh,
gonna mention it. Like next year is their year for a Sonic game, so we shall see what we get from Sega.
Honestly, I mean, you got racing recently.
Yeah, but honestly, Team Sonic Racing, I mean, would you consider that a mainline Sonic game as compared to like something like Sonic Forces or Sonic Mania?
Nah,
So
but
that's what
I
I'm
don't know.
expecting. Like, I don't expect a whole lot this year. As for third parties that I know of, like, that don't have a showtime at the floor, it's kind of hard. Bungie might actually have something interesting this year, considering they're off of
Oh man,
Activision
Bungie.
Blizzard. Um,
Possibly.
yeah, Activision Blizzard, they don't really have a showtime either. Like, they got to do something. I saw the trailer for Modern Warfare. That's looking huge. So, that'll be interesting.
Honestly, I don't really follow follow that. The only third party that I've really been kind of keeping my eye open for is Retro, because like they made Tropical Freeze and then they've been quiet ever since.
I'd consider them
And
more.
like
Here's the thing. Like, I'd consider them more second party. Like, they don't typically work with anybody else but Nintendo. So,
okay, I mean
we'll see about that one.
that them and I'm blanking on the name uh the Bayonetta
Oh, yeah.
developers.
Platinum.
Platinum,
Platinum,
yeah,
yeah.
Platinum Games. We got Astral Chain coming out this August that I
Yeah.
so like they'll
And
probably make an appearance, let us know what's going on there
Yeah, and
for sure, and
Bayonetta 3.
possibly, but yeah, Bayonetta
Bayonetta
3.
3, they said they were going to do more news on that. That's the one thing I know about is Bayonetta 3 cuz I mean, I want to hear more. I'm pretty sure you want to hear more. Pretty sure the
Um,
audience wants to know more. And yeah, like,
Everybody wants to know.
I
It,
I also expect them to announce something else as well. Considering that Spellbound got canceled by Microsoft, I
hmm,
want I'm expecting another Microsoft exclusive maybe from Platinum to be announced. Not
Possibly.
exactly sure, but we'll get more into that in there. Um, I'm just gonna Bobby, you're gonna go off to the side for a second, and now I'm gonna talk about PC stuff because Nvidia has a super thing that they teased, and which honestly just sounds like a super version of their RTX lineup, according to the Gaming Insider news I've been hearing. Um, and AMD, well, Threadripper is coming. We know third gen Ryzen. We have some basic stuff, but we're looking more towards what they're going to do and how they're going to compete with Intel. Even in the gaming sphere, I think they're going to be more competitive this third generation CPU, second generation architecture based on 7 nanometer, which is a lot more efficient rather than they're based on 12 millimeter Ryzen, or 12 nanometer Ryzen, and this is going to be something huge. Intel's going to get a kick in the butt from this. Because they're not exactly at E3 this year in the same way that Nvidia and AMD are. Of course, we're going to hear a lot about Vega, considering the PS5 and the next Xbox are on the horizon. I always say next Xbox because every time we've gotten rumors, it's always been the Xbox 2, the Xbox 720, now we'd go back to the Xbox 2. Well, that doesn't work. So I'm just going to go with the next Xbox because Microsoft's naming scheme is all over the place. So... maybe Nvidia announces something to do with their next generation of the mobile hardware. Their Pascal chip, their Tegra chip has been quite a success in the Nintendo Switch. Surprising. Nintendo had a corner on the market for a while now. AMD, I think, is going to do something with Vega that'll change that. But for now, we've got Radeon 7, which is basically Vega 60, and it's not really comparative to the 1080 at all. So that's what we got. And anyways, we're going to go back to the game news. We're going to go to third parties that actually have some time on the show floor. I'm going to start with Devolver Digital. I didn't tell Bobby this beforehand. I expect them to announce like 3 or 4 games. All of them are going to be on the Switch. All of them are going to be on every console and the PC. I'm just expecting they're going to announce 3 or 4 games because that's the way Devolver's been. They announce 3 or 4 games. They release them within the year on the Switch or whatever console you play on. Because they're indie like that.
There you go.
Anything else to say?
Third part.
Well, about Devolver specifically.
Devolver. Honestly, not. I haven't been huge on following them, so I'm not too keen on what they do.
They're basically and another summary is they're gonna shit on the industry just like they normally do, because that's just what they do.
They do the good stuff.
Yeah, they poke fun at the industry.
Oh, that's always great.
Yeah. Anyway, so the next one up on my list of things to talk about is Ubisoft. Now, there was the pirate ship game they showed last year at E3 that we didn't really get a whole lot of news on. I forget what it's called. Is it called Skull and Bones or something? I forget.
Unsure myself. I do remember seeing it. I just kind of glanced over it because it just reminded me of that other. I'm blanking on all the names.
It's the Microsoft one, right?
Yeah, the one that came out last year.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. There it is.
Yeah, I have Game Pass, so.
Yeah,
I'll talk more about Game Pass later, by the way. So we'll
okay.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that when I talk about Microsoft. But we're gonna probably see something from the Assassin's Creed team about what's coming in a year and a bit's time. Will we see maybe the crew get some DLC? I know 2 wasn't all that great. I wasn't too stoked about it. We did get a lot steep. So we're gonna need a few more games. Maybe we get an MX game and that will replace Steep, kind of in that sort of vein, and maybe some Trials Fusion DLC, and of course the Just Dance shenanigans.
My favorite.
That was the worst part of their whole entire thing. Last year they actually had something going for them, and that.
Despacito.
Okay, that is the one thing. We're definitely going to see something Just Dance. Like, Just Dance is a series that's made a crap ton of money for Ubi. So
I mean, it's Just Dance in the sports games. Like, Ubi's got their Just Dance, EA's got their sports games. It's just inevitable.
I wasn't really going to talk about E3, but there is one thing I'm going to say about EA. If they don't announce any more of their sports titles, for example, FIFA's already on Switch. No FIFA 20 is probably going to come to Switch. they don't announce Madden or NHL, I
Actually,
don't see them actually being that successful with FIFA because we're tired of the same old game repeated over and over on Switch and or
I mean,
like
most people are, but
yeah,
like
but FIFA
there are
still
people.
sells, I guess, but it's not my favorite game when it comes to their sports games.
I mean, like everybody loves themselves some sports games, so
Yeah.
it's just inevitable.
I mean like chances are PC is going to get NHL next year or for 20, which I mean, I own a PC. I bought Madden 19. I was very happy with Madden 19. I probably won't go Madden 20. I do have a hiatus time that I do spend from buying Madden year after year after year after year after year.
As you should.
And NHL is the same way, but if NHL does come out on PC, I'm more than likely going to buy it. Because it is that time for me to actually buy EA Sports games now rather than later. We'll see. I've heard a lot about the community just like shitting on the game, like how bad it actually has gotten. Like the controls have been the same since NHL 08, I think. And I agree with that. Like they haven't fixed a whole lot of the problems with the game. For example, in NHL 19, you could literally skate like 2 feet away from the post, take a shot on the inside of the goalie, and 98% of the time you're going to score.
Doesn't seem right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, as somebody who plays hockey, I know you cannot score like that. The goalie will stop you 98% of the time. It's ridiculous. But that's that. That's all I'm going to say about EA. They're probably going to announce some stupid game. Oh, and they're probably going to have Need for Speed news, but I'll wipe over that because it's EA. I'm not terribly excited about them because they've been a disappointment for their own press conferences for like the last 3 years.
EA has been a disappointment for the past as long as I can remember.
Well,
I could,
Carbon was good. Need for Speed Carbon was really good, and after that, EA's just kind of been downhill. To be honest.
that'll probably be the only conference I don't end up watching, just because I don't give any concerns.
Yeah. Um. Probably same for me. Unless I hear something really good about one of their titles, like last year, their Command and Conquer thing that was bull. We need like Activision Blizzard at least is doing something where they're remastering StarCraft. We got a Command and Conquer mobile game. That was worse than Diablo. Like Command and Conquer needs a new entry. We need Dynamite 2. Something.
Anything, but who knows?
Yeah. Just if you're going to make a mobile game, make like a Dynamite 2. Don't do Command and Conquer. Like use the PopCap franchise to build those mobile games. Don't bring series that have lasted on PCs for longer than you can imagine onto somebody on that's not going to trick any mobile gamer's radar. Like you own PopCap, make a Zuma game that works on mobile for all I care. But anyways, that's enough rant about EA. So let's talk about Square. And Bobby, I'm going to leave you to this because I am not an RPG person. I know they make games other than RPGs, but
honestly, I'm still a bit surprised that Square's coming. I mean, Sony did fill in the the spot, but we did get a look at the new the Final Fantasy VII remake. I don't know if we'll get more news at EA because that was like at the Sony whatever they call it, kind of like Nintendo Directs. So I don't know if we'll get like more news during E3, but on it, don't follow Square's other stuff. I only really care about their RPGs. I've been following Octopath, and then there's Final Fantasy VII coming out soon. But other than that, just, I'm kind of useless in this aspect.
you think at any chance they're gonna like tease the next Final Fantasy or the next Kingdom Hearts game, or even DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3?
Actually, maybe. actually, that sounds something likely. DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know if they're going to be working on 16, or they're for sure working on it, but I don't know if they'll like announce it while they're already working on the remake for 7. It just seems like one step at a time. Like just don't want to overshadow have one game overshadow the other. It's kind of like how Bethesda works. They just release little by little. They don't have any of their games overshadow each other.
Okay, fair enough. Speaking of Square, any games you think are gonna like maybe the next Octopath Traveler, which is gonna like which will be system exclusive, or Octopath Traveler comes to other consoles?
I'm sure. I don't know if Octopath Traveler sold enough to warrant like expounding upon it.
I mean, it was very popular when it came out. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it was pretty popular when it came out, but I see nobody talking about that game.
I mean,
I
it got overshadowed quite a bit.
Yeah, it got heavily overshadowed. Just because of what else was coming out at the time.
Yeah.
But it's still a really good RPG. I don't know what their plans were with it in the beginning, just having it be on the Switch, and I don't know if those plans have changed. All I know is like it was a Switch exclusive, and I mean it could have been in other places, but I feel like it just works the best on Switch. Just the graphical art style.
Okay. That's all I can think about for Square, because they are the RPG masters, like Codemasters is the racing masters. Oh, speaking of Codemasters, and this might surprise a lot of you, but I think we're going to get a Micro Machines announcement at some point during the C3.
Well, there you go.
I mean, Micro Machines has stuck around long enough as kind of like this kind of mediocre series. We need a new Micro Machines game, let's be honest here.
It's mediocre. Do you need it?
Oh, the originals were so good. I mean,
okay.
Like, they've just gone downhill lately. Because if you followed it, I bought World Series. I gave the game, it was okay. It was fun, but it wasn't great. And I gave it like a 4 out of 10 and still recommended it. So, yeah, you can check out that. The eye will be up there. Anything else I need to mention before we move on to Bethesda? Nope.
Doesn't sound like it.
Nope, not at all. So let's talk the studios that gave you Skyrim, Fallout 4, Fallout 76, Rage,
Thanks, Fallout 76,
Wolfenstein, The New Order, Bethesda.
You got I know for sure they're going to show more about their space-based game.
What was that called? Starfield?
I believe so. I'm really bad with names, as you probably can tell.
Same, but I mean, like they really pushed it that far away. Like they pushed their scheduling. They're gonna It sounds like they might rush this next title in order to get Elder Scrolls 6, like just get some more developed on it. And I hope that doesn't happen, because as far as I'm concerned, Bethesda needs time to do a good job with the game, because Fallout 76 was a disaster for them.
Yes.
Now, not everything is going to be a disaster. Let's be honest. We've got a game coming out soon from a studio that we all like called ID Studios, who happens to work under Bethesda.
And that game is...
Well, we actually... One's also...
It's just something.
Well, we know there's Doom Eternal. That's ID by themselves. Like, that's coming out August this year. So we're probably going to get more news about Eternal, what exactly happened in Eternal. I know we got quite a bit at QuakeCon last year, but I'm excited to see more Doom Eternal, more Wolfenstein Youngblood, more Rage 2. I'm pretty sure that game came out already. I just never picked it up, even though I was planning to, because it's by the same people who made Just Cause.
Pretty reasonable.
Right? They looked, all those games, like, from my honest opinion, Doom was really good. Wolfenstein knocked it out of the park with how they presented that story. ID's on a roll right now, and Bethesda, I don't know what's going on with the RPG division. They're softballing it, and the ID Studios team is picking up and hitting home runs. So
this I believe it's Starfield. I'm probably 88% sure it's Starfield, but just based on how it's been going for the company, they need to pick it up. And if Starfield doesn't work out, then I'm kind of worried for Skyrim, or sorry, not Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 6.
yeah. Do you think at some point we'll get another kind of New Vegas sort of thing for Fallout? I know it probably won't be announced this year, but I mean 76 wasn't exactly that. It was supposed to be this MMORPG and it kind of sucked.
It kind of, I mean, yeah, I don't see them going in a path of multiplayer in the future. I believe things are going to stay. They're going to continue with single player, especially since that's what Starfield is going to be. Both Starfield and Skyrim. See, I got Skyrim on the brain.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls 6. Both are going to be single player experiences, for sure. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Unless they throw a curveball and say, "Hey, here's this new ambitious RPG in space with your friends," and it's just another train wreck.
It's just another No Man's Sky.
Oh man, hopefully not.
Another thing I was thinking of. Now, we know Bethesda likes to dwell in the mobile genre, and we know about Elder Scrolls Arena.
Oh I remember.
Could they do something similar to that with Fallout, maybe? Do you think they would try and do something with that? Because, I mean, they're sitting on a pile of gold with Fallout. I mean, 76 wasn't that great, but, I mean, it's still a good game. It's still a great series to try and pick up the pieces on.
Possibly. I mean, I'm unsure how successful that game went. I knew it looked like it would be successful just from watching it last year. I don't know how successful it was, but if it was, I don't see why they wouldn't. They already got Elder Scrolls. Why not hop on the train and shoot off with some Fallout?
Yeah, and remember, we do have Fallout Shelter, but the game's already 3-4 years old now.
I mean, Shelter is a much different game than Arena.
Yeah.
So if they made an arena based semi-shooter, I don't see why it wouldn't be bad. I'm unsure how well Arena did.
Watch out, we just get a Fallout Battle Royale game all of a sudden.
Fallout Battle Royale coming to all things gaming.
Oh, remember, Skyrim came out on your Samsung fridge, so...
And Alexa. Fallout Battle Royale for the Alexa.
Oh, gosh. You see somebody 50 yards away. Do you take the shot or move in? I move in. Boom, you're dead.
5%. You have a 5% shot.
Yeah, you have a 5% crit chance shot. Do you take the shot? No.
Yes.
Your opponent took a 5% crit chance shot and hit you. You are now dead. Good game.
Dang it. I've been bested.
Bethesda. The studio that will port anything to anything. I eat all the cheese.
Hopefully there's lots of skits like that in
Uh,
E3 this year.
oh, I love that. I love the I love the I thought they weren't being serious. Like everybody laughed at it. I was like, it's a pretty good joke, Todd. Like it was like
Thanks, Todd.
yeah, thanks, Todd.
But that's one thing I like about E3 is skits that the different companies will do. So hopefully they more do it this year. Because I don't want to have to be put to sleep by a presentation again. Thanks, Sony.
Oh gosh, who the puts an intermission in a freaking press conference? Like
Sony does.
I actually said in my E3 video, who the anyways, moving on from third parties. I missed a couple. We'll talk about those when they actually come out. Well, the chances are I'll probably do end of day wrap ups. Basically, on Saturday I'm busy. I might watch a bit on Sunday, but once again, I'm at church on Sunday morning, so I won't see Microsoft until I get back home, and then I have a flat out race at like 8 o'clock Eastern time, so we'll see about that. Anyway,
So if something gets missed, it will get covered at some point.
it will get covered.
Is
It will get
is
covered.
what you're saying?
Yes, it will get covered. And plus, we're not exactly. We're just. This is what we want to happen. This isn't. This is kind of like what Cultaholic says when they do their 5 pitches. This is kind of our X amount of pitches for E3 this year, based on developer. So, that's kind of what I want to say. Anyways, let's move on to the big companies now. The first party people.
The big dogs.
The big dogs in the industry, minus Sony, because Sony's a bunch of wankers. Yep, I said that.
Better term.
For lack of a better term, they're a bunch of wankers, but it's fine.
Oh,
I mean, not everything has to come out at E3. I think more developers are going to start realizing that.
yeah, it's
And Sony was atrocious last year. Giving them a year off to kind of recoup might be a good idea for them because that was
you just did
bad last year.
a complete 180 on your opinion of Sony not being there.
Well, I
But
mean,
that's okay.
I think it's a good thing for Sony because Nintendo took a year off from E3 too. And look what we've gotten out of Nintendo. Like, they've been actually relatively good the last few years. They retooled well. So-
Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah. Anyways, let's start with Microsoft because I know that's kind of not exactly Bobby's kind of keen piece.
Listen, I'm only here for the Nintendo content.
And the Square, you're the RPG expert.
I mean, you're right. But even then, I wasn't. There's probably like some other RPG that's coming out that I've missed. and
Yeah,
I'm
or
looking forward to
Capcom
it.
announces Street Fighter 7.
Or something like that.
Just-
Either way,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Well, I'm gonna start with Microsoft. And they're gonna announce it big. They're gonna say, "Hey, this is what we've got with Game Pass for PC. This is what we got for Game Pass for your smartphone, and this is what you're going to get with Smart Pass for your Nintendo Switch."
Aha.
That's where I was going to talk about Game Pass. So PC, we're going to get a lot of the games we didn't get on PC. So we're going to get a lot of the Xbox 360 exclusive titles that honestly, I never owned a PS3. Or an Xbox 360. I was a PS3 guy. But having some of those games like Forza Motorsport, I hope they announce Forza Motorsport 7 for Game Pass because that's something I can play then. I have Game Pass. I love the Forza series. I've gotten into Forza Horizon. Now I want to take what I've learned into Forza Motorsport. Will that happen? I don't know. I'm hoping so. But
You got Halo coming as well.
yeah, Halo. What is it? What do they call it? Halo Infinite.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is something we will see, and I will be shocked if we don't because that comes out this year.
Yeah. Maybe something from the Forza team on the next Forza Motorsport 8. which will be a release title for Xbox, whatever the next Xbox is.
That's a for sure, right? Like
Yeah.
they they can't just let Sony start to pull
Oh
pull
no,
ahead because they're
like Xbox did say like theirs is planning to be just as good, if not better, than Sony's.
there you go.
So
Do you believe we'll see that at E3, or will they
they'll give
have
us
a
here's
conference
what
for it
I
ahead of time?
expect. Here's what I expect. I expect um, Microsoft to give us what they expect out of the next generation of Xbox hardware, knowing what you know what we know now. Um, so it'll probably be AMD based with Vega graphics because Vega graphics are way definitely cheaper than Nvidia graphics at the moment. Um, we'll have ray tracing. We'll have a lot more horsepower underneath with Ryzen 7 CPUs powering both consoles. They'll be very similar. We'll see a lot more crossplay, I think, next generation. I know we have a little bit this generation, but Microsoft and Sony are working together on their internet, which I'm hoping Nintendo says, "Hey, Microsoft, can we do it too?" Because our
Our internet sucks.
yeah, like I mean, come on. If you've listened to the Splatoon or Smash communities about their online services, you know what's up. Um,
It's
it's
it's constant pain.
yeah, it's like life is pain, basically. So
Oh, one day,
one day, hopefully,
maybe.
hopefully Nintendo gets their shit together, because I can play iRacing at home and I can't play Splatoon 2.
That's a problem.
That is a very big problem, considering I am moving on from RKO and myself and moving on to a group with a bunch of old friends. So there is
Oh,
that. So that's kind of fun. Um, yeah. As for games, we're probably going to see something from Ninja Theory, considering Henry. What is that game? Hellblade: Senua's
uh,
Sacrifice. That one.
yes. That, there you go.
That one's coming to Switch, so we'll probably see either their next game or what Microsoft's doing to port it to Switch. Um, Playground.
Possibly something else.
Playground had something else coming up other than the Forza Horizon series, which is going to be exciting. I'd like to see what they're working on. Um, there's going to be a whole bunch of third-party announcements being Xbox exclusive. I'm putting heavy, thick quotations around Xbox and exclusive because, well, they're usually timed exclusives or chance to play them first is on Xbox. Hello, PUBG.
One Xbox exclusive that I actually kind of wish I had an Xbox for is Ori and the Will of Wisps.
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some more info on that game this E3.
Yeah.
If not, then what the hell is happening?
Yeah. So we got them playground, whatever Playground is working on. It's just kind of like, well, we know about as much about Playground as we know about Retro at the moment. We know they're working on something. We just don't know what.
It's just a mystery.
Yeah. Anything else? Oh, they got the Coalition, the guys behind We Happy Few. Has We Happy Few released yet?
Unsure.
Unsure as well.
It all kind of just blurs together.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like that game just keeps getting delayed and delayed and delayed. I think it actually came out and it didn't come out to favorable reviews, but we'll see whatever's next for them. What was the team that worked on Crackdown? We'll see a sneak peek at what's next from them, I think, because they'd been working on Crackdown for a while. We got promised cloud gaming, and we didn't really get it in Xbox One. I'm sorry. We'll see a lot more about the next generation of Xbox. We'll see they'll have like a PS TV thing. They'll have like the Xbox One X that came out discless earlier this year. I mean, there's that. We'll see maybe a discless Xbox One X for a little bit cheaper. just kind of to subdue them until the next generation comes out. Um, Far be it and away, we've got games, consoles. We've got everything from Microsoft this year to lose at E3. Let's be honest. Um, I don't think I'm missing anything, so I'm just gonna go right on to the big end.
Hey, it's time to shine.
It's time for Trent.
All right, what? You got any questions for me?
Well,
I don't know where to start.
well, we did see the rumors about the Nintendo Switch Mini, so let's start there.
Um, I mean, it's Nintendo, um, only on it, so I'm unsure because like they've like, see, the thing is like, Nintendo's a freaking oddball. They do whatever the hell they want. So maybe that's just like to throw people off the trail. Who knows? But all I know is there's been like lots and lots of rumors by publishers that Nintendo or that the Nintendo Mini, sorry, the Nintendo the Switch Mini, um, unsure just because of again the software. The presentation says software, and well that's hardware. So
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just a rumor.
it's just a rumor right now. I don't expect any 3DS games anymore.
3DS is dead. Like
It's virtually
it
dead
it,
in the water
it,
now,
it,
so.
it should have died a little bit ago.
It should
They
have died
managed
before Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon came out, let's be honest.
it should have died because it released Bowser's Inside Story DX, and that game didn't do well because the Switch was doing so well, and that's not good. But that's a whole nother can of worms.
I mean, we're talking Nintendo, we can open up. I think we're going to get the announcement of the last Splatfest for Splatoon 2.
Maybe. I mean, it's coming up. We got like two more. We also got files in game for what people believe is for the Splatfest.
Is it going to be character versus character again, like the last one, to determine the
I
story of
mean,
Splatoon 2?
people found killer whales in the code and Marina's bombs. I think it's Pearl vs. Marina with killer whales in those. I don't even remember what the bombs were called in the one fight.
Yeah. Killer whales would be kind of.
I don't know if they'll probably. I don't know if they'll pay special attention to that because anytime we've seen Splatoon, it's been for like big announcements, but like it's just about over with.
Yeah, I mean, coming from somebody who played Splatoon 1 from the very beginning to the very end, I can see that Nintendo is, well, they'll probably release some DLC for Animal Crossing, and the Animal Crossing team is the team that works on Splatoon. So maybe we'll see an end to Splatoon 2's Splatfest as we know them. I'm fine with that because that team needs to move on and work on the next game. We're going to get more Animal Crossing news. Bayonetta.
Possibly. I mean, like, here's the thing: we got Animal Crossing, we got Luigi's Mansion, and we've known we've known about those games for months.
And we've known about Bayonetta for a year and a half.
I mean, Bayonetta's like a whole other can of worms.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
These two are ambitious. 2019. They've been confirmed to 2019, but like, it's about half the year's gone by, and we know nothing about them.
Yeah.
Other than a teaser trailer for Luigi's Mansion and just this is happening Animal Crossing that was tagged along with Isabel's reveal. So like if we there could be a chance that they get delayed. That's like always a possibility. So if we don't see anything this E3 about them, then they are for sure getting delayed.
Yeah.
But if not, then Humbaya, we're gonna get big trailers for them because those are pretty big games.
Yeah. Remember we got Daemon X Machina last year?
Yeah, Daemon X Machina. I think we'll get like one final send-off trailer because that's about to come out.
Yeah.
Just like, hey guys, remember Daemon X Machina? Here it comes.
And it looks like an actual decent RPG. It's not my kind of it's an ARPG, so it's kind of more in my alley, but it's not something I'd imagine going out and playing. I mean, I see mechs, I'm like, ooh, I'm interested, but it's like I want to see how the game does first coming out. Like, what are the scores and whatever. That's how I bought Xenoblade Chronicles. I enjoyed Xenoblade Chronicles X, but it's not
It's not your
enticing
cup
me
of
to
tea.
buy Xenoblade Chronicles, Bobby.
Duh. Speaking of Xenoblade Chronicles, that's like my one ambitious hope. I mean, like everybody's got that one thing that they
You,
really want to come out of E3, and that's Xenoblade Chronicles HD.
you oh,
I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but that's my ambitious.
I mean, it came out on new 3DS, right? So
Yeah,
maybe an HD port would be in the cards. So
possibly. I
because
mean,
not it wasn't like a very popular game on the Wii. It was a good game on the
I
Wii.
mean, like
Like
it was. I mean, it's a phenomenal game, and the reason why people turn it down is the graphics. So, if there was an HD remake, bada boom, we have more people in our cult.
yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm a huge fan. I'm just saying this is what.
But like, that's just like super ambitious. Like,
Yeah,
I like to think
my
ambitious
super
like that.
ambitious hit is a new Punch Out or F-Zero. So I mean,
Pikmin 4. When's it coming? That's pretty ambitious at this
oh
point.
yeah, that too. We got Pikmin coming as well.
I mean, it's been confirmed forever. If they announce it, that'll be huge. If they
Yeah,
don't,
they
then
announce
I
it
mean, like,
and it comes out right freaking now.
no, they wouldn't. That would
That
that would
would,
not only be too much, but that'd be a bad business move.
well, I mean, at least it's not hardware. Sega.
Here it is.
The Sega Saturn. It's out now. But all the developers are like, shit. We didn't prepare for this.
And then it did really good.
Yeah, it did really
From what
good.
I
That's why
know.
Sega's still making consoles. Am I right?
No.
Yeah.
But
I
like
mean,
Nintendo has a lot of things that they could do, but I feel like their 2019 lineup is like pretty set in stone.
yeah. I mean,
Like unless like Nintendo always has something new.
yeah. They always have that
So
certain je ne sais quoi, to be more
they have
precise.
they always release something new.
Yeah.
So either they're going to share with us 2020 titles, or they still have something up their sleeve for the lineup of this year.
Yeah.
But from what it looks like this year's lineup is like pretty set in stone.
Although there is one thing I would say. We're getting another Sonic character in Smash.
That's a very bold claim.
It is a very bold claim, but I am going to make that claim.
It's Tails, the the, the fox.
If you see my face right now, give this video a like.
I
That's
I
cringy.
I doubt it, and the only reason I doubt it is, they gave some special love to Knuckles and Tails with the Mii costumes.
I mean, they did that in Splatoon in Smash 4, so
I mean, you got the costumes, but they didn't unleash like the K. Rool costume, and then what? K. Rool's the next DLC, so what was the point of the costume? Like, I don't see them releasing like costumes as DLC and then releasing the character of the costumes later.
watch.
And then there's
Eh,
also already the Shadow incident, and I don't see any other characters they would add.
What's the Shadow incident?
The Shadow's an assist trophy.
Oh, could add Amy or Rouge. Not that you want to add Rouge, but Amy definitely would be somebody that could very well be added. I think
I mean, yeah, but I the possibility of
like a
another
non-favorite
Sonic
character.
character died when Shadow was confirmed an assist trophy. It's
Yeah.
just, but that is one thing that is for sure is we are going to find out number 2 of the Challenger Pack.
You know what?
So
I'm not convinced it's a Sonic character, and I'm not convinced it's a Nintendo character either.
Um,
I
no, they're probably gonna do something crazy. I
yeah.
mean, if they started with Joker,
I mean, if they started with Joker when Joker had never appeared on Nintendo Switch before, and
then something something crazy.
yeah,
There's something crazier. They're just gonna like dial it back in and just like, hey guys,
yeah.
check it out. It's another Fire Emblem character, and guess what? It's got a sword.
Damn it! You already have seven of. You already have eight of them. We don't need another one, Nintendo. For fuck's sakes. Your game has
uh,
basically become Fire Emblem
I
Pros.
am upset that people hate the Fire Emblem
No, I
series
don't
just because
hate.
of Smash.
I don't
I mean,
hate
like,
the
I'm
Fire
just talking
Emblem
about like in
series.
general. People hate Fire Emblem because of all the swords, but like, I play Fire Emblem and there's a lot more than swords,
I know.
which
Corn's actually.
sucks. Like,
Corn and Robin were the two most interesting Fire Emblem characters
because they're different.
because they're different. Like Roy, Marth, Ike, Lucina, Crom. How many more swordsmen can you add to a game?
It's just, oh man, like they could have added like Hector,
Yeah,
Ephraim,
yeah.
like they would play so much differently if you added those. But I sincerely doubt there will be another one
I
ever
yeah.
for the first Ultimate.
Um.
Um,
I have a feeling that they're doing something with Microsoft behind the scenes, trying to get some licensing. I'm not exactly sure for
Steve
which
for
character
Minecraft.
though.
Um,
I'm not
either
exactly
Steve.
sure for which character.
I mean, it's either Steve or Banjo. Like those are the two big dogs
I
that it
see
could
three.
possibly be.
I
Three.
see
I
three.
mean,
I mean, there's
Master Chief.
one that's probably a very unlikely.
Is
But
it Master Chief?
yeah, well, two. We'll make two very unlikely because Steve, like, what's his moveset gonna be? He's gonna throw a diamond pickaxe at you.
I mean,
Like, I mean,
Sakurai's team could do it
Sakurai's team could. I mean, they did something with the dog and Game
with the
and Watch.
plant.
Yeah.
So they can they I don't think that it's a concern of unable to find a moveset. I think the only reason why Steve wouldn't make it into the game is Sakurai doesn't want him. Or
The-
well, wait, no, Sakurai's not even choosing. It's Nintendo.
Yeah, it's Nintendo that's choosing, and
So
if them,
who knows? Like, okay, never mind. I've changed my scope. If it's Nintendo choosing, and we do get a Microsoft representative, the most likely one is Steve.
okay.
Um,
I mean, Microsoft didn't exactly make, and Notch has gotten a bad rap lately, so I'm gonna say it's not Steve.
who knows? That's if.
Yeah.
Banjo's kind of irrelevant at this point. I mean,
Everybody's asking for Banjo though,
but
so
everybody's asking. I mean, like, but does Nintendo listen to everybody
no.
on who they choose for the 5 DLC
Although,
characters?
let's be honest, Joker was a common pick. Joker was. Oh well, we didn't
For
expect
what?
him to come out, but that's as good, right?
I mean, yeah, Joker's a popular character, but I don't think people were like begging for him to be in Smash.
No, I mean you still get the Goku's and the Waluigi's.
Those are never gonna happen.
I mean,
Except for Goku. Goku's coming. Goku is
Goku's the
not
fifth
alive.
one. Goku's the fifth one. We'll just say Goku's the fifth one just for
He is.
Goku's definitely
I-
going to be
I-
the
I-
last one. He's just going to end the whole entire Smash
this isn't
universe.
a joke.
Yeah, he's just going to end the Smash universe right there. Sakurai, don't ever ask me for anything again.
It goes.
Okay, and Deadpool's the fourth final one.
Yes, of course, Deadpool.
So we
I
get
mean, like-
so for the last three we get Master Chief, Deadpool, and Goku.
Yes, but for real, I mean, third party characters are for sure coming to Smash. Like, we already got Joker. He's not even on Switch yet.
Yeah.
Yet I want Royal. I don't know if it's possible. I didn't really watch it. I just heard the news. I'm still holding on to some blind hope, but but other Nintendo characters, like, who else possibly has a chance?
But I mean, Nintendo's got so many of their characters. I can't list a whole bunch that add to the game, right? Like we've got, like I mean, the Nintendo roster is just loaded. Like what? You're gonna add Bear Hugger next?
I mean, like who would who from Nintendo games would just call recent Nintendo games would call like, I mean, like Arms representative. That game didn't do so good, but that's a character that has a unique moveset.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, Arms is an interesting proposal. I thought it was a good idea.
it
Um,
just wasn't executed as.
well,
It shouldn't have been a $60 game.
it shouldn't have been a $60 game, and it shouldn't have had motion controls because the punching dynamic was so bad.
Oh, but that's Nintendo's gist. They always gotta do the motion controls.
Oh, I had to turn them off because I wiggle the controller a little bit.
And you
I throw a
out
double punch. I wiggle one controller, I throw a double punch.
Uh,
It was just so fucking stupid. Like, I get it, Nintendo. You want to have motion controls in your game. Doesn't work.
doesn't work. But yeah, there's like a bunch of Nintendo characters that are like super
a
popular. Like
Nintendo Labo. That's the next DLC
Nintendo
check.
Lab.
That's the
That's
next.
the next DLC. I mean, like not even as a joke. Like people want Bandana D. I personally want Rex and Pyra.
Yeah,
There's
Rex
like,
I could see. Rex I could see because he wasn't in a assist trophy.
he was just a he Sakurai wanted to put him in is the thing, but due to development time he didn't.
Yeah,
But
but now he's got time, so
so
it makes
I mean,
sense.
like do you think Nintendo will go more of the third party route with the DLC or
I think they're gonna go with a mix. To be honest, I think two of their characters, three of their characters, and two of other companies.
So what do you think this one's gonna be?
I think it's gonna be Nintendo. This one is more likely being Nintendo, but I wouldn't throw out a third party.
Wouldn't rule it out just yet.
I wouldn't roll it out just yet. I think we're going. Oh, another surprise. I think we're going to get a huge Microsoft franchise coming to Switch.
Oh,
I don't know
you got
which
the
one yet.
Halo for the Switch.
I know Forza Street has Nintendo Switch in its game code. Forza Street is a very mobile. It's a very mobile-based racing game, so take it at face value. But I think we're going to see a fully fledged Microsoft series come to Switch.
Possibly their relations have been
Quite good.
pretty chummy lately.
Yeah.
So if they don't, then that'd be a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. I think Nintendo will announce it rather than Microsoft.
Probably that's just the way Nintendo does things.
Yeah.
Also, it's at the end.
Yeah, it's just going to be a last minute surprise. Cyberpunk 2077 coming on Switch.
Hey guys, Halo. You like it? Here it is. It's on the Switch.
Yeah.
Also, Master Chief, next DLC fighter.
Yeah, just like all of a sudden, what? Like, I understood Game Pass, but this is.
Game Pass.
Yeah, you get Game Pass. You get Smash Bros. If you get the Switch version of Game Pass, you get Smash Bros. You get
You get Master Chief as the DLC character for free.
yeah, just like you get a whole bunch of Nintendo games, and then there's like, here's your Xbox favorites. We're gonna put Forza Horizon 4. We're gonna put Halo Infinite on there. We're gonna put. We're just gonna put.
We're friends now.
Yeah, we're friends, and they all
Also,
like
Breath of the Wild coming out on the
on that.
360.
Oh yeah, just like coming out on Game Pass for your Xbox 4. Actually, wouldn't it be no? It'd be the fourth Xbox because we had be Xbox 4.
Yeah, they'll probably not name it that way. Because
Yeah. Whatever the next Xbox is, but I doubt Nintendo's gonna put their software on another console manufacturer. Although the reason why they're pretty chum chum is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's be honest, because Sony pissed everyone off in the industry, and then like right at the end of the Dreamcast life cycle, Sega was getting pretty chummy with Nintendo. But I think they knew the end was coming.
Hey, but Nintendo's doing good.
Yeah.
That's for sure. What other? I mean, okay.
Like,
I know we touched base on like all of them, but what about the second parties that are coming that have potential? I mean, you got Retro and
we're
Platinum.
probably gonna see whatever Retro's doing. We don't know. It might be, for all we know, it could be Mario Strikers 3.
I'd be okay with that.
I'd be fine with that if they actually had a like really interesting story mode because they've been working 4 years on it. And if they've been working 4 years and we get a pile of, if we get a very basic Mario Strikers Charged like game, I'd be like, this is what you've been working for your last 3 years on.
This is what you get. Hopefully, like, I mean, we know Retro is now working on Prime 4.
Well,
They're
some
doing
of
a
them
lot of
are. Some of
some
them.
of them are. So
So,
hopefully, the fact that some of them are now working on that doesn't mean that
we're gonna see
whatever
another
game
delay.
whatever game they got going has a delay,
Yeah.
because they got something like, because Tropical Freeze, that was forever ago.
Yeah, unless they were the ones who outported it, but I think it was EAD who did that
It was somebody else ported it, but like, um, first Tropical Freeze was their last game, and
five
that
years
was a
ago.
while ago.
Yeah, unless they're already gold and they can divert some assets over to Bandai, and we just don't know what the title is. Which
Possibly. I mean, they're all chummy. They all like end up having teams from everywhere, work everywhere. So, who really knows?
yeah,
I'm just hoping there is no delay
yeah. I'm just
and we
hoping
see
there's no
something.
like we've got a
Because retro makes good games,
Retro
and
makes good
that's
games. Next Level actually has done some pretty good ones too. I mean, Mario Strikers Charged is Next Level. Camelot has been falling down the sinkhole since Mario
by
Tennis.
Camelot.
I'm sorry, Camelot needs to focus on something that isn't Mario Tennis or play the original again and get that feeling back because they've lost that feeling for me as somebody who plays the original Mario Tennis and will never diverge from the Mario Tennis. Do you think we're gonna get another Xbox or Nintendo Online exclusive game, like in lieu of Tetris 99?
Possibly. I see the next step going forward is SNES games coming to online.
Yeah.
I mean, or just continuing to add NES games.
Well, yeah.
Um,
I haven't been on the app in a
it's
while.
got it's not it's not particularly the best thing ever.
Yeah.
It's not the
Like,
best thing to have. They need a reason to get people to play online, to buy online, and so far it hasn't been too good.
so far it's
Um,
been Rocket League, Splatoon 2, and this online app. That's not very good.
I mean, you got like Smash Bros and all that, but like,
Yeah. Maybe.
when they announce, if they announce, because I'm a pessimist, um, Animal Crossing, one thing that will for sure get covered is the online aspect of it.
Yeah.
Of
We need them to have a good online, even with Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it'll
Because they
probably
need to
be
do something, or else it's just gonna feel like a waste of like, hey, I paid $60 for Splatoon 2. I'm paying $25 a year for, and this is Canadian, so it's like $20 a year in the U.S.
just about.
Yeah, so we're I'm paying I'm paying 25, he's paying 20 for a system that we get free online. Well, we have to pay for our online that's not very good that we all complain about. We have some okay NES titles. The only one of which I'm playing right now is Punch Out because
Punch Out.
Punch Out, and we don't have a Punch Out game on Switch, which is kind of why I want something.
You got a Punch Out game on Switch. You got the NES one.
Yeah, no. 1 minute, Cars.
Oh.
1 minute,
Oh,
brother.
um,
Yeah, but yeah,
but ambitious game. A new Punch Out game.
yeah. That was my ambitious game, but I can see yeah. I honestly, as a Splatoon player, I'm hoping I can like Mario Kart Online. Are we gonna see Mario Kart 9, or are we just gonna stay with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch?
Dude, all those tracks are so bland at this point.
I know.
I
I
wish
want
that
to see a Mario Kart 9.
but Mario Kart is huge, and if they were to release it, they would. I don't see them doing it this year because that would be a big holiday title, and those big holiday titles
Yeah.
usually would be known right now. I mean,
Oh,
I feel like that's what Nintendo's doing right now. Is Pokemon is their holiday title this year, and that's
yeah,
why like
but Link's Awakening is also slated for this
yes,
year.
yeah,
We
that's gonna
forgot
be.
about that.
I mean, we've just been like chatting like that, and I've also been like trying to find a good time to talk about Three Houses. Like,
Oh, that
there,
again. Yeah. So many good
there's
games.
there's
Nintendo's
there's
got a
decent.
full lineup at the back half of the year.
See,
I think they go a game a month after
see
E3
that's what I was saying earlier. Is like
because we've got Mario Maker 2,
they yeah Mario Maker 2.
Fire Emblem, Animal
We'll start off
Crossing.
the year. Fire Emblem, Daemon X Machina, Astral Chains. That'll lead us into the fall, and then we'll start seeing our Luigi's Mansions, our Animal Crossings, our Pokemon's.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is like Nintendo always has
Yeah. Link's Awakening, I think,
something
will hit like the week before Christmas at this rate.
like Nintendo always. I mean like who knows? This is Nintendo. They do whatever they want.
I want them.
Has
Here's
something new at every direct. So if they were to announce something new, I don't think it would be anything for 2018. It's got to be something for
or yeah,
on 2020
yeah,
deep in the future.
yeah, because they're pretty loaded till the end of the year. So we'll see.
Unless they just pull a curveball and
Just
bada
like all of
boom.
a sudden, the next Super Mario game, just Super Mario 3D, Super Mario, New Super Mario Bros. Switch. We just got we got you deluxe. Like, damn, damn, Shigeru.
Who knows? Like
Yeah.
it could be anything. The only like thing that seems plausible is a remake or a port being their like new thing that they haven't announced yet, and that comes out this year. But that's the only thing I can see for this year,
Yeah.
realistically.
So we've been going on this for an hour. So
Nice.
yeah, I think we'll call it there. I
All
want
right.
you guys to know. Should we do this more often as like a podcast, talk about gaming stuff? Um,
Rest in peace, whatever conference that wasn't talked about, because I know there's one of them.
oh yeah, we probably missed a few. So if you want to remind us down in the chat in the comments, please do. I'm not even gonna lie. Um, yeah. So if there's anything you guys want to know, if there's something we missed, like maybe a new Mega Man, maybe Mega Man 12 comes out and surprises everybody.
I don't think that happened, but
If
who
there
knows?
like if there's some random thing that you want to see, post it down in the comments. I'll be there. I'll be talking. Pretty sure Bobby will somewhere show up and talk about an RPG that nobody thought about.
Nobody. I mean, even at some point, I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
I just want my.
So
I'm a freaking Nintendo sheep. That's all I am.
so so this year at E3 we're gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna have some fun with it. Um, Bobby's gonna be my uh,
Hype
correspondent.
man.
Yeah, my correspondent.
Something like that.
Yeah, I might get J. I might get J for Gamers One. We'll see. I haven't talked to him about maybe helping us do the Nintendo wrap up and having a three-way conversation about that. That'd be kind of
Possibly.
cool.
Maybe.
But yeah, if you want a podcast like this, me and Jay were actually talking about doing one for our Splatoon team on its own channel. So if you want to send some stuff his way, like honestly, send some stuff his way. Dude's a cool guy. So I totally understand if
Ye-
you want me to do a podcast, but like I'm not a great podcast talker. So, anyways, that's my time for today, guys. As always, be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. You know the deal by now.
Bye. Goodbye.
And as always, stay bomby.